What would you be doing as a job, life, if you didn't make music? Wow.
I keep dancing with my
I've been sitting here the entire day with the headphones making a little bit of music, didn't go to the studio. It's Saturday, took care of a lot of business stuff. It's now almost dark outside again. And I just realized that I today hit over 60,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is really, really great. I can still remember how the entire first year of daily vlogging, I did these videos an entire year. And I only got to 1,000 subscribers. And then keeping on still doing the videos was probably the hardest, like not having accomplished anything, and then the channel just grew. I learned a lot. I think that's like one of the biggest factors. This is also true for music production and anything else in life. When you start, you always question yourself, why doesn't it work? And then maybe 2 or 3 years later, you look back on your early works and you realize exactly why it didn't work, because it was just bad. So whatever you're doing, whatever you want to achieve, just keep on doing it, improve, and you will get there. Just might take a little longer than you might expect. With that out of the way, and a huge thank you to everyone subscribing to this channel, I thought about doing a special Q&A for today. I just had the urge to go outside. Even a music producer needs 5 minutes of fresh air outside per day. Keep that in mind, very important. Tip number 1, if you want to stay sane as a producer. First question, what are some good tips for mixing and processing synth chords? This is actually hard to answer because it can be so different depending on the track, the synth, the chord, the notes, but generally get rid of the low end and maybe a tiny bit of the upper, mid and mid frequencies to have more room for vocals or a guitar. And by the way, I found a new synthesizer that does chords. I might review it in a couple of days. Next up, I know your roots are in progressive house. Who are your top 3 artists of all time in that style? I would have to go actually with Eric Prydz, Cyrus D and Prida, which is like all one person. Amazing music, always his own style, always polished, really good, and no one can actually compete with him. What would you be doing as a job, life, if you didn't make music? Wow. I think maybe the most obvious would be actually to make movies, films, maybe music videos, because I actually like filming and creative work. Or maybe just gaming the entire day. I love gaming, but I actually don't have the time for that. So I wish I had a second life just for gaming, probably StarCraft or something like that. Getting really nerdy and professional. Where do you get inspiration for new songs? Usually just by listening to other songs by other people and learning by analyzing them, picking them apart, copying maybe small elements here and there and develop my own style out of that. What is the first element of the song you start with? Usually actually drums and bass, but that's mostly actually a bad habit because this comes from my more underground kind of time making music. It's actually better to start with the melodies because once they're right, there's a train coming. Just 1 second. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's like one of those fast German trains, the ones that are always late. But yeah, basically if you do more a musical style of music, then go with the musical stuff first and then do the sound design, mixing and the drums. And if it's more like a club oriented kind of music, first the kick, the bass. If that works, everything else is just easy. How to avoid negativity and distraction. Negativity, I don't know. I'm actually not really good dealing with it. I just ignore it and continue because I think people that are negative, they lack something and just want to complain, so just ignore them. If it's like feedback or someone trying to help you, then maybe think about it. And distraction, maybe just turn the internet off on your phone, on your laptop, on your music producing device, and just try to dedicate, even if it's just like 3-4 hours, just to making music to kind of be able to advance. Now we're having dogs coming in. Next up, can you do more EDM news? Another train. I don't know if it was a good idea to film this outside. Maybe like every 2 weeks there's not that much going on in the EDM scene. It's not like the YouTuber scene where everyone is dissing every single day. Something is happening. Which audio interface do you recommend for beginners? I think the small ones by Focusrite for like $80 bucks. They got everything you need. Good sound quality. You have an input, outputs, phantom power. Okay, I think I should move, like people are looking weird at me. Just some random kids asking me if I'm a YouTuber and how many subscribers I have. I hate that. When I walk around vlogging, people look at me. I don't mind anymore. I really don't care. If they're older, they just look like, who's that guy? What is he doing? And younger kids are usually coming up to me and talk to me. Next up, what gear is absolutely necessary? I think I already made 3 videos. I will link one of them up there, but basically a laptop, headphones or speakers, preferably speakers if you can, and then just a lot of time. My go-to EQ plugin, I actually have to admit I'm using the stock Logic one quite a lot. What is your favorite software synth for EDM music? It's Serum and Diva. It's getting way too loud here actually. I think I will continue this back at home. The 5 minutes outside are anyways over. That's enough for a music producer. Back right next to my MacBook and my headphones where I belong. Let's see if we got a couple more good questions, because usually I have the feeling I already answered them a million times, and some of them I just can't answer. If you're asking me which headphones to buy, I don't know. I haven't tested every single headphone for every kind of occasion. Just go get it, test it. If you like it, keep it. Otherwise, just return it. What are your goals in the future? I would say just keep on doing what I do, because at the moment everything is working fine. If you especially compare it to like a year or 2 years ago, where like huge problems, financial problems, nothing was working. Now I just actually want to keep on doing what I do and try to grow it a little bit, like maybe 5 to 10% per year. What's your favorite part about producing? I actually love, mostly I have to say, the mixing. I don't know why, but I just love sitting there adjusting like fine details for hours and hours, and then at the end of the day compare my first version and then the last version and see how much I actually could improve it by changing small things here and there on like 50 different tracks. I don't know, I just love it. How to start playing out in clubs with no contacts, no manager, no agent. I mean, if you're already asking that, those are the things you should try to cover. Contact. A manager, not really necessary. A booking agent could actually help you, but for that you need steady releases, like at least 6 to 8 per year, and all of them performing at least mediocre to really good. Have your own style, do this for years. Again, get in contact. If you can't, then just go out there, get in contact. Very important. If you live somewhere where there is no one, you either have to move or maybe try to get in touch with other people online. This is really no problem nowadays. Just send your music out to labels as a demo. But to be 100% honest, that's also something I'm struggling with. It's hard. I'm doing my music, I'm getting in touch and contact with everyone, but getting gigs is really hard. So if you're really starting out, I would actually suggest you to go out to clubs and ask them, get in touch with them, be a guest first, maybe get in contact with the DJ that is already playing there, or maybe start out in bars where it's way easier to get a gig because you couldn't ruin the entire night. Although even this sometimes happens. Have you ever considered to produce other styles? Not really. Like, I would never like do something entirely different that isn't electronic music. I like to mix it up a little. One song is more future bass, one is more, again, deep house. Another one is like more underground, club influence. Another one is deep and dark and doesn't fit to anything really. I like to switch it up, but I stay still in the realm of kind of my style. The last one for today is a really tough one. Can I really make a living of only producing music? The simple answer would be yes, but it's extremely hard, to be honest. There are millions and millions of people worldwide doing the same thing, want to accomplish the same as you, and you have to compete with all of them because there are like very few spots to actually make money. So out of everyone making music, from the bedroom producer to the DJ superstar, maybe just like 1% of them is actually making a living, and out of that 1%, again 1% is actually making, let's say, $1 million per year. And to be that 1% of that 1%, there are so many factors that go into it. It's almost impossible to construct getting there. I think Like getting in that like last percent is also a bit of luck and opportunity and the combination of those. But getting to the point where you actually make a living just from making music, this shouldn't be a problem actually. Maybe try it as a ghost producer if you don't want to play gigs. Maybe do a service, mixing, mastering. Maybe do recording for singer-songwriters, cover YouTubers. I mean, there are plenty of people that need music, sound design, for advertisement. I think there are plenty of opportunities. Just again, get in touch, be good. It might take longer as you might think. It's just not easy, to be honest. It's really not easy. Every other job is probably easier. That's unfortunately usually the case. The more fun a job is. But making music might be the most fulfilling, at least for me, and the most fun. If it's the same for you, then just keep on doing it. You will eventually get somewhere. It's about time to celebrate 60,000 subscribers. With Vanessa and a lot of drinking.
All right.
Yeah, so 100% tomorrow hangover story time.
Not at all.
Yes,
because
yes,
we are
yes,
young,
yes.
we won't be hungover.
No, that time is over. We will do a double feature hangover story time. Let me know what I should talk about, but now let's actually get some drinks.